Hi there, and thanks for checking out this video. I'm John from TennisCompanion, and today we're reviewing the Continental Grip. Although the exact origin of the term Continental Grip is hard to pin down, it appears to originally have been referred to as the English grip, in association with prominent players of the early 1900s from England who used it. However, the term Continental Grip surfaced in 1926 as an alternative to English grip, as part of the book Racket Making by the House of Bancroft and former world number 1 Bill Tilden, so it's safe to assume the term has been around for close to, if not over 100 years. Up until the 1970s, the Continental Grip was a popular forehand grip, which was well suited for the fast pace and low skidding bounces on grass courts which were prevalent at the time. However, while the grip remained in use by a few top players like John McEnroe into the early 90s, its popularity diminished as a forehand grip, with the game transitioning away from grass courts as the primary surface and players relying more heavily on topspin. These days, the Continental Grip remains integral to the sport, but it's no longer taught as a forehand grip. Instead, the semi-Western forehand grip now dominates the game. The Continental Grip is one of the most versatile, allowing players to hit a wide variety of shots without changing how they hold their racket. As a result, it's a grip new players should plan on learning. To help showcase its versatility, let's take a look at some of the more common shots players can hit with the grip. First up, we have the serve, which is perhaps the grip's best known use. Here's an example of a hard flat serve. As the name suggests, a player executes a flat serve with little to no spin, which makes for an offensive start to the point but reduces their margin for error. Next, you have a slice serve, which works by applying side spin and is excellent for swinging the ball out wide or into a player's body. Finally, you have the kick serve, where a player hits up on the ball to apply topspin. The ball clears high above the net to increase the margin of error, and it kicks or leaps off the ground when it hits the court. Like the serve, the Continental Grip also works well for overheads, when a player's opponent attempts to lob them. If you find yourself in a defensive position with a lob to your backhand side, the Continental Grip can also prove useful to return the ball. Up at net, the Continental Grip is ideal for volleys. The neutral racket face created by the grip is perfect for blocking the ball back, or moving forward to cut angles and put the ball away. Half volleys often occur when a player is approaching the net, and their opponent dips the ball in front of them, so they have to let it bounce before returning it, and the Continental Grip is well suited for this shot too. You'll also find the Continental Grip works great when hitting slice ground strokes, which serve as an excellent tool for neutralizing or changing the point's pace. Although a more difficult shot to execute, if you catch your opponent off balance or sitting too deep in the court, you can use the Continental Grip to hit a drop shot out of their reach or to draw them in. Last but not least, if you find yourself in a defensive position at the baseline, the Continental Grip can work well to throw up a lob to keep the point alive and buy yourself time to recover. Hopefully these examples give you a sense for the grip's versatility and why it's integral to the sport. However, keep in mind that some players will make minor tweaks to the Continental Grip for the shots we covered, but it's typically the starting point. Learning how to hold the Continental Grip is quick and easy, so let's review exactly how it's done. First, if you look at the handle of the racket with its side or edge facing the ground, you'll notice that it has 8 different sides or bevels. Not only do these bevels help prevent the racket from twisting in your hand, but they also serve as an excellent guide to hold different grips. To help make identifying the grip easier, we can label each bevel with a number, starting at the top and moving clockwise all the way around. To form the Continental Grip as a right-handed player, you'll place the pad of your index or pointer finger's bottommost knuckle against the second bevel and wrap your fingers around the handle. To form the Continental Grip as a left-handed player, you'll place the pad of your index or pointer finger's bottommost knuckle against the 8th bevel and wrap your fingers around the handle. For best results, many players find it helpful to raise their index finger slightly on the handle to increase their control over the racket. You can try swinging the racket with and without your finger raised to get a sense for how it improves your control. You might notice the Continental Grip is similar to what you'd use when holding a hammer, which is a useful analogy for quickly recalling the grip. Although it's easy enough to learn how to hold the Continental Grip, many players will abandon it out of frustration when attempting to use it, especially on the serve. However, if you're serious about your tennis and competing at a higher level, then I'd encourage you to stick with it. Over time, it will become more natural and pay significant dividends for your game. If you're looking to learn more about the Continental or other grips in tennis, I'd encourage you to check out my guides on these topics, which I've linked in the description. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and if you'd like to join me for future videos, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, I'll see you in the next video.